Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Endless Space 2. So, I really want to thank you guys, everybody who has been commenting, helping me figure stuff out. We had some combat results last video that I was having a lot of trouble interpreting. I was like, why are my ships losing? It looks like we should be winning. But somebody pointed out that I have put a lot of effort into kitting my ships out with torpedoes, and we're fighting enemies that are largely using bullet weapons. So what's happening, what would be obvious to me probably if I could watch the combat replays. The computer upgrades are coming soon, I swear. Our torpedoes are getting shot down by their bullet weapons. Right? It says right on bullet weapons that they do that, and I have equipped bullet weapons. You see anti-missile efficiency there. I have equipped bullet weapons in the past for exactly that reason. I just completely spaced on it while I was doing our ship loadouts, that torpedoes have that weakness. So, oops. But we've managed to make it through now. I think we've pretty much broken Red's back. You don't give up your capital system if you still have a functional navy, generally. So I think we're going to be able to clean this up this episode, and that was my goal, right? My medium-term goal here was just try to figure, let's see if we can take a player out. We're learning a lot of valuable stuff. I also know that people have been expressing concern about me crippling myself by chain ganging too much of my population. Possibly. Could be. We're, I think, doing pretty well on population in this system, even though we've chain ganged out of it like 6 times or something. Yeah, just to reiterate, a lot of what I'm doing in these early games is trying stuff to see how good or bad it is. I can theory craft till the cows come home, but it is faster to actually try stuff generally, and also I miss stuff sometimes when I theory craft. When I actually do the thing in game, it actually gets done. So let's play with our population a little bit here. So pulling a Craver off of Zhu2 does not make any sense. That is a bad thing to do. But we have a new system now. I'm not 100% clear on how the spaceport works. The civilian ship will depart at the end of the turn. Okay, so it actually is a ship though. But I'm wondering if the spaceport just sort of effectively, mechanically teleports them there, or if there actually is a ship. Because I'm thinking we could probably ship some Cravers to our new system, right? To Guyana. It currently is completely uncraved. Think of how much craving we could do. Let's mail 2 Cravers to Guyana. 2 guys in the spaceport. And yeah. I think we're doing pretty well on overall happiness, considering, you know, our race has some happiness issues, what with all the slavery. Did you know people generally not a big fan of being enslaved? Not big fans of being enslaved. And the Super Tax Act isn't helping, but you know what? Actually, we probably don't need it anymore, do we? It helped a little. So what about other laws? I actually do really like the Spoils of War Act. We were running that, weren't we? I think I burned through my surplus of influence by doing that. So actually, we should try to get more influence. That should be something that happens in the near future, because I really do want to get that law running all the time. If we're going to be fighting people constantly, I see no reason not to... Oh, there are 3 inhabited worlds here. It should be 3 Cravers. Okay. And that'll slow down the depletion of Zhu2 as well. How's Geno doing? Geno has some Cravers on it. It will be depleted soon, but it's doing okay so far. Micra actually could use some miners. Although, I guess... place is going to be depleted soon enough that maybe it won't matter. Is Geno level 2? It is. So we could ship a couple of Hiroshims. Let's do that. Let's shift a Hiroshim over to Micra. It's just having enslaved populations, as much as it hurts our approval rating, it's real good for our money. It's real good for our resources in general. Okay, so we're about to have a butcher finish. The butcher is going to have 330 manpower. So it could, by itself, do this. Oh no, we have to search the quest curiosity. So actually, I'm going to need a scavenger as well. And I could rush those and just get them done now. But maybe we should use our money for repairs instead. Yeah, let's save our dust for the moment and use it to repair ships. Okay, so I think the next thing I want to do is take Nihal. If we have Nihal, they have no way out of the cluster, because the only road out is right here. I do wish the star lanes were like a little bit more, I don't know, impressive looking or something, so that it wasn't so easy. Like if I position this like this, it's actually almost impossible to see the star lane coming out of Nihal, because it just looks like the stem that holds up the sign. Okay, well, I think we're good for this turn. I'm pretty sure that I did everything that I could do before ending the last video, because you know, I do that so that I won't forget stuff, because otherwise I forget stuff. So yeah, next we go to Nihal. So I'm going to hit this ship here. No, I did not. I was not allowed to hit the ship here. Okay, well, everybody move to the places. Let's get this under control. Because we're going to have to move the main fleet away from Vienna, which means somebody else has to get over here. Okay, so let's do some merging. Do I want to merge everybody up? This is a fire ship. Yeah, you know what? Let's merge all this stuff together. And have at these nerds. My manpower is getting low, it's true. Do we... Yeah, we fight fine at medium range. Okay, losing chips, you know. The Marauders are doing their thing, taking hits. Actually, that fleet is really Marauder heavy. We probably don't need this many Marauders. Okay, we did not, in fact, found a colony on Lupus. Can you believe it? Oh. Did I? Huh, I wasn't even trying to do that. Also, yes, this has happened. Right, because we took over a race that had some new populations on it. Well, honestly, hold on, we have 2 slicers in orbit around... Or, we have 2 slicers in the hangar on this world. We should fix that. There's a ship headed to Micro, but it's just one, and I'll leave these 2 guys to handle it. So let's send you guys to here to defend Vienna. Let's make sure we don't lose it. But I think we did send a bunch of their ships running. We know they have several ships left that bailed out of their home world at half health, but they probably have a lot of dust, right? Because they're an endless AI, so they probably have rebuilt significantly already. Man, what I really need more than anything is to be able to inhabit a lot of these worlds. Okay. Let's bounce over to here because we unlocked a new legendary D. What's this? Be the first to invade 7 systems. At 1, I am rank 2. So most of the players in the game have not invaded any systems. We are in 2nd place on this. The reward is 100 antimatter, which is not bad. That's fine. Speaking of antimatter, actually. Okay, we have a source of adamantium. There's a source of antimatter nearby, but it was... We're going to have to clear up all of this stuff. This is going to be my constellation, but one thing at a time. Alright, so what do we want to research next? It could be universal aerodynamics, even more command points. But do we really need that? Being able to make weapons and armor out of adamantium and antimatter isn't going to help us because we don't have any adamantium or antimatter. We could do this, which unlocks higher versions of the non-resource expending modules. You know, better slugs, better lasers, the basic Hell array. What is this? Plus 20% troops health and damage. That's not bad. The ability to make privateers. I don't think we're really interested in privateers. Privateers are what you use to make war when you're concerned about your long-term ability to maintain diplomatic... Oh, we still need baryonic shielding. Yeah, let's get that done, man. I'm not concerned about our long-term diplomacy options. I'm pretty sure our long-term diplomacy options are eat everybody. Let's make some more ships. Does anybody else need build orders? No, we're doing stuff. Okay. So our manpower's in a much better place than it used to be. We got a lot of food going in a lot of places. So we probably won't have to chain gang anymore, or at least not very frequently. But honestly, I feel like the chain ganging that we did already was actually pretty important. What is that? Who is that? That is a significant truce. 4,800 dust, huh? You know what I really don't need? This is 4,800 dust. Ah, yes, I can change my battle tactics again. Oh, I actually cannot refuse. Oh, no. I don't have the influence. This is a pretty abstract, like, gamey mechanic, but honestly, I really like it. It's not very good for me at this moment, but I like it. So what's the deal? Like, I'm still rooted. What's happening? What's the story with that? Also, when can I re-war these guys? Because I want to finish them off, obviously. 10 turns we are truce.
The unfallen have our own matters to ponder. Why do you bother us?
It looks like redeclaring is free. And it's free because we're the militarist party is in charge. But can I actually do this right now? Yeah.
The unfallen did not expect. Your actions and words do not bring solace to the heart.
You declared war. Surprised? Buddy, let's remember who started this war. It's not over just because you say it is. Try to remember who you're dealing with here. Okay, so let's expand. I need desert, ash, gas would be okay. Lava, Arctic. Wow, all of the toxic. Yeah, all of my systems have worlds of different types. Man. Okay, ash. Ash and lava. We got to get a little bit more global industry, universal industry, I guess. And the way we're going to do that is by increasing our population, which unfortunately we cannot do without running out some very serious food. But it's okay, we have a lot of food improvements, I think. If I remember correctly. What's this? Now they're angry. It's true, I have blockaded one of your systems. That's the only thing he can remember. Hey, those guys blockade us. What a bunch of dicks. Okay, so is this the civilian ship carrying the... Yeah, they're headed to... Oh, no, these guys are headed to Micro. These are the guys from Gano. Is this the ship? Yeah, this is the ship headed to Ghana. Okay. So it actually takes some time for population to arrive. Those are not very fast ships. What a surprise. 99% militarists, 1% pacifists. By the way, I love this effect with the parts of the graph jumping out. There are so many little touches in this game that are so good. Alright, so right here we just chill and bombard the surface with our A2S slugs, right? I really, like, those seem very, very powerful. And then you guys keep Vienna in order. We can fix up these ships. Are we not on the latest designs? Okay, weird. What's up with Megas? How long are we talking here? 4 turns. Okay. Now, committing myself to this war with such a vigor over such a period of time, like I said, may have killed us. Hey, Kren Salutis is back. I probably can't put him back on micro because of the the blockade, is my guess. But we can put him to work over here. This is a lovely system. Could really benefit from his talents. It is really losing food. Minus 57.2 from hostile vines. Yeah, we gotta deal with that, man. How do I break the vines? Not really sure. I mean, I'm sure that killing them will do it. There's a single fire ship. We actually don't have any mediums in this fleet. I'm a little concerned about that. Also, my fleet is mostly marauders. I'm a little concerned about that as well. Okay, trade a marauder for a fire ship feels pretty fine. We didn't even really take very much damage. Okay, when we finish this, we have the baryonic drives now. We'll head down here and move our faction quest along. I'm sure there are good rewards at later stages, you know? So yeah, we're peeling 17% of their defenses every turn. Yeah, we'll just float here. Deal with them in a minute. Gano needs to probably make me a... It'll be undermanned, but I think it's a good thing to have around. So did we... How did the manpower work out here? This fleet did end up at full manpower, right? Okay, good. Crit and Salutis is gaining levels. We need food. I mean, plus approval is actually really good too, still. Yeah, let's go plus approval first, and then we'll get this afterward. Because we are going to need some influence. We don't have enough influence to run all the laws I would like to run. Hi, could you stop that, please? Please stop blockading me. Okay.
In some unfallen.
They're mad. I don't care. I know, you have a lot of feelings about the things that we're doing here. I mean, I guess the analytical engine is fine here. I don't know that a small amount of dust is actually that meaningful for me. Let's try to get them unmutinous. Let's burn a tree population to generate... We'll harvest a guardian. Yeah, no surprises there. The only thing that's a little bit surprising to me is that he didn't run. Alright. They are continuing to move fire ships into... Like, they have a bunch of little scattered fleets. This is a thing that the AI sometimes had difficulty with in Endless Legend as well. If they would combine their resources a little bit more effectively, they could probably get a lot of stuff done without actually having to have more ships built. Just they don't fleet very well. Hey, gained the ability to colonize Ash Worlds, so let's do that. Alright. I have to say, I'm pretty surprised that it is the Cravers of all people who seem to have the tightest connection with the Endless. Although I guess the Endless were always making bioweapons and stuff. It just seems odd to me. You know, you would expect maybe the Vodyani or somebody whose whole thing isn't just let's eat and kill. Since we've discovered a nebula somewhere. Oh, okay. Oh, well, Oyad is about to take that over. That's fine. I'll just get it from them. Okay, I see no particular reason to rush things. Now, I don't have a lot of experience sieging without the A2S slugs, obviously. So I don't know exactly how much better sieging with them is, but sieging with them seems pretty good. We're still only on plus 25 influence, so I don't really feel comfortable trying to pass another big law. Yep, Green can go ahead and get their settlements. We'll fix it all eventually. Don't worry, we'll fix them all eventually. Oh, oops. Merge.
Though in some
No, I still don't want a truce. They're not even offering me anything anymore. They're just like, how would you like simply a truce? Alright, I'm gonna wait one more turn and then we'll do our ground assault. It will basically be free. Okay, so now we have to search this. We've done it, and we've received the Endless Augmentation Factory. So, yeah, that seems fine, but not amazing. It's not an easy task. Your forces pound day and night at the infinite factory door, chunking it away bit by bit. Rayarian briefly attempts to stop this destructive plan, but once your siege units turn their guns on it, it understands that you aren't entirely under its thrall. It sits back and quietly waits for the doors to open. Alright, well, have we broken through? Yeah, okay. Rayarian leads your forces through the infinite factory, bringing the lights back on in every chamber with a snap of its fingers. The factory slowly churns back online as they go deeper and deeper into the factory. The reservoirs of molten dust pour from massive iron bowls. Conveyor belts carry the parts for Craver's ships, tanks, and bodies, all unlike your soldiers have ever seen. And deep in the factory, Rayarian finds its greatest secret: ancient terminals containing the minds of the virtual Endless who oversaw this factory. The virtual Endless greet Rayarian, who explains the Craver's rebirth over these last few thousand years, and the work they put in to find the infinite factory. The virtuals are delighted to see the return of their ancient, if slightly imperfect, servants. But if you desire the power of the infinite factory, you must swear utter loyalty to your ancient masters, and break the very spine of the galaxy itself. Well, I was already going to do that second thing. So we can rebel, defeat some wasps, and invade the infinite factory to receive the insatiable maw. Oh, allows us to refuse forced truce without cost or penalty. That's okay. Or we can go ahead and submit. Submit to the wills of virtuals, possess 13 planets, and get +2 influence per destroyed command point. That sounds way better. Now listen, all I know how to do is ruin stuff. Maybe they have a better plan. I submit to the will of the virtuals. Let's do this. So possess 13 planets. How am I doing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, this'll finish it off. Yeah, we'll wait. Military militants. Hey, that's how I expect them to be. A thread of discontent has been growing in the population, as some voters believe the galaxy is even more dangerous than it appears. You are under pressure to turn your policies and investments to more military uses. Well, okay, this has actually no effect, because we're basically maxed out on that anyway. Also, we found 100 dust in the ruins. Cool. Yeah, they're still at 31%. We can give them one more. We can give them one more touch here. Alright, so let's run the butcher up. So hold on. Can I get like the way zoomed in view? Oh, I wanted the little movie, because I'm curious what the factory world looks like. Alright, well, I assume we will be given the factory world when we, prove that we have submitted to them. We're going to have to deal with blue pretty soon, because this is starting to become an issue. We can't allow them to potentially take our stuff through influence. Oh, this would actually be going a little faster if we were at max command points, wouldn't it? We'll reconfigure things a little bit once we've taken it. Yeah, let's keep the militarists in charge, I guess. That's what the people want anyway. Never let it be said that I don't listen to my citizens. Yeah, we're basically okay. If we fixed the mutiny, that would make the food in the system a lot better. Oh, hey, yeah, I forgot we were even doing this.
What do you want?
I will not. What I will do is help you lose a war from both sides. Okay, we still haven't really learned a lot of new buildings. This is a good idea, though. We gotta start mining this adamantium out. We actually have a couple sources of adamantium. Okay, you need the basics. This... Yeah. This is going to be... The planet we have here is neither temperate nor fertile. Yeah, this isn't actually going to be that much industry. That's fine. Let's let Migras build out. Is this... Yeah, I think it's time. So we'll just do a little preemptive bombing. I'm not taking any chances here. We destroyed their impervious bunkers. Turns out, not that impervious after all. Who'd have thought? What the hell have you guys been building all game? Oh, I guess this is their most recent colony, isn't it? I'm going to re-specialize this system for science, I think. It's a cold, whole cold system, so... And let's get some Cravers out here. Here's you. We could remove the Cravers from this system entirely, and thus avoid... Thus avoid depleting this planet. But we really do get a lot of benefit out of having having people working on it with the Cravers. So why don't we keep doing this for a little while longer? Oh, that was a bad thing to do. I moved. These guys need to stay over here, apparently. Huh. So food drops precipitously if I move any points of population off of... I can't figure out what is causing things to line up the way they are. Whatever, it's fine. We'll leave one Craver in the system for at least a little while. We'll get that planet right on the knife edge of being depleted before we send anyone else out. Let's send 2 more Cravers to y'all. Okay. We have depleted the world. What a shame. Migras already has some... Yeah. Huh, I thought I shipped... Didn't I ship 3 Cravers out over here? Maybe this Craver came through natural population growth? Yeah, because this is the ship that's bringing over all those other Cravers. Okay, well, whatever. So this is mine. Let's go to their new capital. Apparently this is the fastest way. And after they pass, we'll send 2 more command points of ships to follow. And refill the fleet. Okay, like I said, I don't know if it's going to be feasible for us to win the game still, but we're going to give it a real shot. So we are now at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10... 11, 12. So we can move our faction quest along just by buying out a world, right? I want to get that rolling as quickly as possible. Okay, I think we did it. You have fulfilled your master's task. The screams of the fallen do not deter your armies one jot as you darken the lights of an entire arm of the galaxy. The Infinite Factory has returned to full power, and the virtual Endless have begun converting the Craver species to become the Invincible Swarm, a fleet of wasps that will darken the galaxy. Rayarian, who has heralded in this new age, watches over the churning machinery as their servants return to the purpose for which they were created. The conversion replaces the last organic parts in the Craver body with full cybernetics, a species that any of the virtual Endless can control any time from anywhere in the galaxy. It is a more perfect Craver form built to serve its creators, ready to black out the stars in an unending swarm. The Craver have become the Wasp, ready to relentlessly swarm the galaxy in service of their masters. And we get influence for killing people, hooray. So I guess I just got an achievement, so I guess that's the end of our faction quest. Just sort of stops happening. What is this? That's a probe. You do not have access to information regarding this probe. It's just a weird color is all. It looks like it's this player color, kind of. Where would they send a... Okay, well I guess we're wasps now. We didn't, like, gain any traits or anything. No, I mean, they said we were wasps. It still says Cravers over here. Whatever. Being a wasp is not as impressive as I was led to believe it might be. Merge everything up. Okay. So what does this fleet currently have? It doesn't have a defense ship. So yeah, we'll just pluck like a Marauder and a Slicer out of this fleet. Okay, even if we lose this game, which is still totally possible, I feel like I've gained a lot of knowledge and information here. Our manpower is still kind of bouncing all over the place because we're repowering ships and... Oh hey, how's it going, red guys? Our fleet is a lot better than the last time you challenged it. There we go. That's the kind of outcome I'm looking for. No damage. They just run. Oh, they're running toward Vega, too. How unfortunate for them. You guys pop out and accompany us. Okay, so we have a lot more ability to settle places now. So let us colonize gas giants, which is, you know, that's a real problem actually. We do have a gas planet or two, and then once we have this tier unlocked, I really want to get crust engineering because we're going to need adamantium refining. We are definitely behind, but we're not that behind. I feel pretty good actually. I feel like things are going okay. So we will soon be able to colonize Gano. Let's build some basic improvements here, because we're real behind on basic improvements, having spent a lot of our time researching other stuff. And how much? We have 5 turns left on this. Oh, because another Craver spawned. Right? It is right to pull the Cravers just before we finish burning out the world. It'll produce a lot more if it's not depleted. Hopefully enough to balance out the fact that there's no longer Cravers artificially boosting its output. I honestly think maybe I should leave this fleet here. Just in case one of these races tries to get a little, you know... I think these guys have red under control. It does look like we're doing some damage to the vines, maybe. I'm not really sure how all the vining mechanics work, but... seems like we might be getting somewhere with them. Yeah, green's gonna threaten us with their influence as well. Ah, in fact, we've completely divined Nihal. Uh-oh, all of a sudden there's red ships. Yeah, you better run. That's fine, we'll let him get to Guyana and get trapped there again. I mean, they're trying really hard to put this back together. They haven't had the dust to repair all of their ships, though. I bet their economy is in shambles. Hey, there were ships around Nihal. Where did they go? Is this them? They were trying to kill my crew. I guess that's actually not a crazy idea. They must know we're low on manpower.
We've seen eels more trustworthy than you.
Okay, is this our first meeting? Did I know that you were Lumeris before? I don't know. Just hold on. So hold on. Let's talk about the long-term plan here. What do you have to do to get a supremacy victory? You have to own everybody's original capital. What about a conquest victory? I have to own 36 systems. It seems like it would be very difficult to get supremacy without getting conquest on the way there. We're definitely not in the running for the economy victory that Lumeris player might be. We may have to fix that. Alright, yeah, we're hemorrhaging population in some of our systems due to having zero food. At this point, does it make sense to just send this fleet to Justium, actually? We just start the siege. Yeah, you know what, I think it probably does. Huh. I'm pretty surprised that it was faster to go around. Oh, I guess there's no star lane here. I had assumed that there was a star lane, but it's just vines. Again, I kind of wish the star lanes were a little larger and more obvious. Okay, everybody else has got important stuff to do. Yeah, so the Lumeris are potentially going to win the game, right? They're the economy civilization, and we are not particularly interacting with them, which doesn't bode that well for us, but I don't think that I really want to go after them either.
Though in some unfallen, anger...
No. Bad. Right, I kind of think that it makes sense for us to clear blue and green. Okay, wow, we are burning this place out fast. These A2S slugs are amazing. Alright, so we're getting our industry up, we're getting our grasp on worlds expanded. I have to say, I'm a little bit bummed about the faction quests. The little faction stories. I felt like they were a lot grander in Endless Legend. Yeah, his ships don't have time to recover, they don't have anywhere safe to repair, he doesn't have the dust, clearly, to pay for the repairs anyway. We are definitely going to wipe out a player here. Let's keep sieging. Every little bit of manpower we lose is manpower that has to be diverted from our stock back into our ships, so I'm a little bit reticent to attack until I feel like we have the advantage. Oh, I've probably burned out Zoo at this point, haven't I? No, I have not quite. So let's send both of these points of population elsewhere. Let's send them to Guyana and we'll figure it out from there. And let's have a quick look at Guyana. So Guyana now has Cravers on every world. We are slowly working toward their depletion. We're getting some real good resources out of them in the meantime. Alright, so what is this? We have a single fire ship, and the Riftborn are doing a little bit too much exploration for my taste. I think we're going to have some words with them. So this is... You know what? This might be a good place to build intensive cultivation. We're about to have access to more worlds, and we're actually going to need a lot of food in this system. Plus, we still haven't figured out what the deal is with Sahar. Maybe I need to bump up my curiosity exploration level. Grab this dude before he can move away. A fireship 7. He's getting pretty advanced on us. He's just hopelessly outnumbered. There's no way that he can do anything, I think. I think it's over for you, Red. You know what? Let's do it. Bombard him. We got men, and I want to wrap this up. We're not going to get him in one, but yeah, we'll get him next turn. Let's wrap this up, because we got lots of other players that have to die. So what do I think? I can see that his worlds are... He doesn't have any tanks. And this world is actually in pretty bad shape. I wonder if he's being attacked by that player that he's losing a war against. Okay, so I need one more tech from this area. Predictive logistics is a decent industry boost. This allows us to do... Oh, what am I thinking? Trade companies. Yeah, of course. Of course it's trade companies. It's always trade companies. Alright, let's build all the food stuff. Make you level 2. Why won't that go into the queue? There you go. There's no particular reason to do this right away. Whatever. Okay. Well, I do believe we've got them. So yeah, it's definitely going to be blue next. Because they are projecting weakness. I think I can win the war against blue easily. Alright, Vega is ours. Ooh, it has Quadronix. That's cool. It does not have basic food technologies, though. Yeah. I may have destroyed the basic food technologies, actually, and I definitely did not read the thing that it just showed me. So, let's send a couple of Cravers over to our new conquest. Vega. Why is there a green around the circle here now? What is the meaning of that?
The unfallen seethe and...
Alright, listen. Not that I don't love listening to your voice, but shh. Okay, an Imperial Overseer. I really need governors more than commanders at this point. Yeah, let's hire the Imperial Overseer. I think he's probably the best of our options. Well, we could hire another Kren Salutis, couldn't we? Yeah, let's do that, actually. Because we're, we're at a place where it's going to start being an issue. We have a lot of worlds depleting. So how many skill points? He came with 4? Alright, lots of industry. Somewhere where we're already depleting stuff. Well, actually, we don't really need him to be somewhere where things are depleted already. Until he has that skill that makes depleted worlds more functional. So we'll just put him here. He can run stuff over there. Alright, you... probably just ships, right? We've rebuilt a little bit of our manpower. Hold on, do I need to update my designs? I don't remember if we've gained access to a lot of valuable new modules or anything. I think the answer is no, that we have not. Oh, we do have access to a better type of plating now. Yeah, the difference in health is tremendous. And health is a good defense against everything. Also, fleet XP per damage absorbed. That's pretty cool. Reactive plating actually gives the fleet more experience. Do I want to swap in some ultra-dense slugs? Just in case we come up against people who are doing torpedo stuff, because they're still 80% effective at long range. It doesn't reduce their attack by that much. Yeah, let's do it. And now apparently the position of the weapon modules does actually matter. Some things are broadside weapons and some things are top weapons, and the sides actually do factor into things. So I'm putting these on top in the hopes that they will be able to shoot at torpedoes that are coming at us from anywhere. Here's hoping. But we probably don't... Well, and we're still using plating on these ships. We should definitely upgrade that. And we still are not actually mining Hyperium. Is that right? Because I really want to go to Hyperium engines. Well, I don't think I did that on the Butchers. Dust per destroyed command point. That could be useful. We can put a weapon module in here. I'm going to go ahead and use, obviously, the Hyperium slots. We must have Hyperium mining. We must. I'll figure it out, man. Alright, yeah, give me some science from destroyed command points. We don't really need small amounts of dust too badly. Alright, making our ships fancy. Because we totally have systems that have Hyperium, right? I just didn't get the tech. Okay. Well, please actually... let's move that to the front. Please fix that. Okay. Now let's build some ships. Now that our ships are properly upgraded. We're going to need some slicers and a marauder. Let's just go up to more fleets. Oh, did I miss one? I did. Well, Micro still has stuff to build, doesn't it? Not that much, really. Oh, we do want Patriot Pills. Sweet, sweet Patriot Pills. Alright, Kren Salutus II is already put to work. Yeah, so we should be able to siege down Justium very quickly with the full force of our northern fleet. Space North, you understand. Okay, they have a very impressive garrison, though, so we are going to want to actually siege this all the way down.
What do you want?
Though in some unfallen.
Really? 5,300 dust? That's what you think your life is worth? It's an insult is what it is. Okay, we are mutinous here in Guyana. I was enjoying when they were producing more resources, but actually now that we have the Cravers in place, where even with being mutinous, we're still producing good resources. Patriot Pills, man. Can you imagine? Our manpower output is going to be so good. So that Patriot Pills technology seems to be actually very, very valuable for long-term warring. What is this? We got a new quest. Managing a population of Cravers is no easy feat. Craver bishops, the mentally advanced leaders of Craver society, orchestrate their hive mates through feeding, hatching, and the rearing of young. Careful balance must always be kept so that the swarm does not grow out of control. Around this time every year, adolescent Cravers go through a mutation, determining their future roles in Craver society. One of your bishops has just presented you with a host of newly mutated soldier-class drones. Perhaps you could put the eager youngsters to use somewhere. Okay, construct 2 attackers in Micra with at least 65 offensive military power. Well, does our current attacker design have 65? It does. Okay. And our heroes are leveling. Sieging seems to be some okay XP. Yeah, you know what? We're always going to have approval issues. Let's just keep pushing that approval. Okay, we're getting the siege down pretty quickly. Is this another lame truce offer? Oh, no.
Galactic Sea.
Okay, now they like us. Or they're afraid of us. Works for me, either way. Well, this planet is producing, or this system rather, is producing a lot of industry and a lot of science and dust. So even if we don't have them building anything particular, just them pumping out science and dust is valuable. And I guess increasing approval doesn't affect science or dust in this game, though. So what do I want to do with these guys? We could just make more ships. We have some fleet shortages, right? We're not at max in one of these fleets. Yeah, alright. Can I make me a butcher and a... Do I have a marauder in that fleet still? I do. Yeah, make me a marauder. We'll have two. They're better ships than they used to be. I'm kind of surprised that we didn't end up in control of the Infinite Factory. It actually doesn't seem like a great world. Okay, so what I was saying about curiosities. Where's the tech that makes our curiosities better? Here we go. Curiosity detection to level 4, power to level 3. I'm wondering if this might give us some clue what's going on with Sahar? Because it said exploration and excavation were going to be necessary, didn't it? You can't actually explore level 4 curiosities until you get to here, but you can at least see them with endless secrets. And this would give us the ability to colonize desert worlds, which unfortunately we don't really have any of. I don't know. Let's finish getting trade companies first. We'll figure it out. Alright, I probably want to pop one of my heroes back over to this fleet before we war on blue. Man, green's oh, I clicked on the system. Green's influence circle is getting really large. Are they threatening down here? A little bit. Geno's being pressed from all sides, man. Alright, well this is a lot easier than actually colonizing the worlds ourselves, I'll say that. Okay, so not that we even really need the dust, I guess, but once we have trade companies up and running a lot of dust, we may be able to actually get enough dust that we can buy ships out quickly. There's a whole new level of rich. Okay, so hold on. Where do we want to... As far as I could tell from last game, you want your trade route to go through as many luxury resources as possible, I think. So let's build the trade company HQ... Actually, hold on. Let's build it over here. On Vega, it will take 9 turns. On Guyana, it would take less, right? 630. Yeah, on Guyana it would take a lot less, but it wouldn't... The route's not as long. It's got to be good for the route to be long. That's how this works in every one of these games. Guyana really needs stuff to do, though. Like, really, really badly needs stuff to do. Yeah, you know what? Even though it's probably not the most optimal route, this is a better use of our Empire's time, I think. So what do we need here? We're building another butcher. We really just need... Oh, actually, we should pop this guy out. This guy is not part of this. Okay, so we need 3 more slicers, really. Wait. Let's move a Craver over to here. Wow, that actually dramatically reduced our Empire-wide or our system-wide resources. I mean, we should have Cravers everywhere, right? They'll get born, you know. We'll fill up all the worlds. It'll be fine. Yeah, just sit, I guess, for now. So green is mostly on another constellation, right? That's going to be a little bit awkward. The baryonic shielding movement through open space is slow. Can I see... Is there any way for me to tell how many worlds somebody has, or how many systems? Because I'm kind of curious how badly the Riftborn are losing their war.
Tell me why you're here. Now.
I'm sorry. What did you just say to me? You better watch your tone. You forget who you're talking to? Okay. We've almost got that world down. We've unlocked another level of system upgrades. Okay, so there's some good troops damage up here, some good troops stats available up here. Speaking of our troops, I haven't looked at their screen in a while. But we now have, well, we just barely have Hyperion mining up. Never mind. I was gonna say it's been a long time. We should be able to do this stuff, right? But never mind. We should definitely start working tanks into our thing now. Now that we actually have the manpower to upgrade, to do these modifications, we should start working tanks into our stuff because we're going to be fighting a lot of enemy troops, and tanks are good at fighting those guys. Okay. 60-40 might be a little bit much. We can roll it back a little bit if they start, if we start seeing aircraft. Alright, I think it's probably time to do this. Let's launch that ground invasion. Yep, next turn. Alright, we are not ending this video until tree people are done for. I think we're basically there. So once we have adamantium mining, we have 2 sources of that already. Actually, do we... Where's the adamantium in this system? It's on the Arctic world. We have the adamantium planet in Gano, right? Okay, yes, we do now. Ooh, it's 6 per turn, really. Yep, just finish them off. Oh no, they have 1 tank left. This is going to be a beg for a truce. No. No, we are going to find and eliminate your final tank. And then this is my system. All of this stuff is mine. Now, let's not get overexcited. It's possible that the Unfallen just are not great at fighting. Right? I think that's a perfectly reasonable guess. But I feel pretty good about... Oh, the reason this has a green circle around it probably is because green is pushing to... is slowly working their influence on it, and eventually they'll be able to buy it out. That's probably why. What is this? Reavers? There are neutral vessels? Ugh, alright. Somebody go handle that. Or at least get ready to handle that. So what are we going to do with you? We could convert their some of their industry to dust. I'm not sure how many more ships we really need, but I guess we have the manpower to make another fleet. I suppose we may as well. So really, the only things that are limiting us are the manpower to fill the ships and the dust upkeep on the ships. So as long as we're okay on dust and manpower, I guess we just keep expanding. We are at some point going to have to kill a lot of other players here. We should make the trade company subsidiary on Ju, right? I think that makes sense. So Gano should probably... Let's get these bonuses to worlds with strategic deposits, since we have strategic deposits now. Meaningful ones. Or at least we will in 6 turns. Yeah, so I guess the system that's over this star lane must be owned by a miner that nobody has bothered to put down, and so it's sending out Reavers. It's kind of unbelievable that that could still be happening at this point in the game. Yeah, just finish him. Yeah, we're sort of, oh, yeah. Food's terrible everywhere. People are dying. It's not that I don't care. But I don't, though. I don't care. Hey, look, rich soil. So yeah, we managed to leave this at almost depleted. And we have not had another Craver show up. I'm assuming that it's not possible for another Craver. Oh, actually. Oh no, these are all things that actually exist here. I was thinking, oh, the Unfallen. How could there be Unfallen? But that's right. We did actually have... or these are Guardians, not Unfallen. They have a little tree icon that looks real similar, but they're actually a different species. I don't know what the deal is with that either. I'm kind of interested in playing Unfallen now, just because things seem strange, and I would like to understand how they work. Alright, please build all of this stuff. So we have eliminated this player now, is that the case? Oh, I guess you don't need to be here anymore. Yeah, I think we're going to go after blue first, because blue looks like they're going to be easy pickings. But you know what, if we take these two systems and it doesn't eliminate blue, I would probably accept a truce for them. I just want to chase them out of our thing more than anything else. So no, red is not eliminated. Red, first of all, still has vines. Somehow. And secondly, definitely is still in the game.
The unfallen seethe and struggle.
I require map sharing.
Anger of the heart.
Yes, you're very mad, and I'm very impressed by it. Don't let anybody tell you different. But seriously, where the hell are you? Truce? Truce, and you will give me your maps. We'll give them a moment to mull that over. They do seem to be gone. Kairos, when discovered, was a planet whose environment was so welcoming it was taken by many pre-Dust Endless sects as their promised paradise. Unfortunately, conflict and strife exploded over its care and exploitation, and a grey goo nanobot plague was unleashed as a suicidal doomsday weapon that destroyed the biosphere. It exists today only as a memorial and object lesson. Huh. Interesting. So we've discovered some miners. We've now explored 20% of the galaxy on turn 97. Yeah, we see a bunch of stuff. Wow. They had explored quite a lot.
Unfallen accept this proposal.
We have discovered a race that has been living on our worlds for a long time. We'll take this for some fleet health. I wonder how... I haven't been doing this, but I wonder how sensible it is to just have a probe module on all of your... Oh, wait a second. Was that the wrong... Salutis. Yeah, that was the wrong... Here, I don't need fleet health on him. Whatever. At this point, it's probably not going to matter very much. Yeah, I wonder if it's sensible to keep a lot of probes in your fleets. There's just huge unclaimed areas, really? That seems very strange to me. Well, we know now that taking these two systems away from the Riftborn will not, in fact, defeat them. What is this? There's a unique world here, I think. Well, I clicked. Is it gonna... Are we gonna do the zoomy thing? No? Can I not do that? Well, it has disabled my other controls. Here we go. Ah! It's the Academy. Harrow and its great Academy, which my computer cannot handle the rendering of. Also, some other world. Fine. Okay, so we discovered the Academy. It's a world that has antimatter. Apparently you cannot colonize it, because I assume that Blue would have if they could have. Man, I cannot wait for that new graphics card. Because that's largely what my issue is, just I have a serious lack of VRAM due to my graphics card being 10 years old. Well, it's not 10 years, but you know what I mean. So yeah, I don't know. It seems like the Unfallen should be dead. Do they survive as long as there's Guardians? Or they must have a ship somewhere, like a Vine ship or something? Well, I don't know. I guess they'll die eventually. They're no longer my problem. So, let's run one of our fleets back down here. Get ready for this war with Blue. And another fleet up this way to conquer all of these systems by force. Kochab has Quadronix and Adamantian, and I can inhabit all of the worlds, and it's just laying there, waiting for somebody. Alright, so I did this already. You are hovering around this world. Yeah, I guess just keep doing that for now. We're building ships in Guyana. This will be the place where our new fleet launches. So after we push Blue out of our constellation, I don't know that I do want to bother hunting them all the way out here, not when we could fight Green. Maybe I don't want to push Blue out of our constellation first. Maybe I want to just go to Green. Because it seems like Green is pressed up against the wall here, and they maybe will actually be a pretty easy fight. Unfortunately, it's going to be a while before our ships are back in position. Alright, well apparently Red's just not going to die. And we have some of their systems. Oh, is it... We don't have full control of all these systems yet. You can see the... It's a little hard to see with all the roots and stuff. But there's circles here indicating our percentage of control on these systems, and maybe a race isn't eliminated until you have eliminated all of their control. So it might be a while until Justine is fully under our command, and maybe that's when Red will die. Alright, well I think that's where we're going to call it for today. We have a lot of stuff going on, a lot of different kinds of violence taking place in a lot of different areas. Come back next time. I think we're going to try to scoop Green out, and then turn on our neighbors who have desperately been begging for our help for the entire game. Sounds appropriately ruthless. And we'll see you then.